Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Advancing, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty serious show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want today's full show before it comes out on YouTube, it is streaming for free on the DREAMERSPRO podcast that we have pinned in the comment section below. Now, today we got a very interesting topic, because we're going to be talking a little bit about politics and sports. As you guys know, politics is one of the most divisive things on planet Earth. It's politics, religion, and then to a certain degree you have sports, but sports is a little bit different. Politics and religion are extremely divisive subject matters, and is one of the reasons we have tried our very best to avoid politics on this channel, because I'm not trying to get into all of that. If we wanted that and that's something that we sought after, we'll create a different channel. We'd open it up to politics and we'll talk about it. And then the thing is, I would have to check myself and understand, listen, you don't need to be surprised when people get pissed off at you and start going at you hardcore, because that's what politics does. So what happened this morning, I was doing some research and I came across an article, just kind of browsing around, on the sports rush. And it had a very, very interesting headline. It had the following headline. It said, "My father always taught us. Michael Jordan once confessed his reasons for staying away from making politically charged statements." I was like, this is very interesting, because it's one of the things that some people have knocked Michael Jordan, because he's not, he doesn't discuss politics. He doesn't express his political views publicly. And other people have applauded LeBron, for example, who's someone that always expresses his political views, his political leanings, and always encourages people to do various things based on his political ideologies. So some people have always held that against Jordan. So when I came across this article, I was very, very interested to understand why Jordan chose not to talk about politics. And after reading it, I was able to understand exactly why he chose not to. But before we even get into Michael Jordan's comments, this video is brought to you by our brand new sponsor, Prize Picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. Prize Picks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select two or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting two entries: Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks, and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. Prize Picks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about Prize Picks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And once again, once you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let's get into this article here, and let me read some of what it has to say. It says, in 2007, MJ revealed that his father discouraged him from speaking on controversial political issues. What if a political actor gains mileage in their career by tearing apart the influential athlete? In a 2007 GQ feature, Michael Jordan opened up about the role his father played in the silence he maintains on divisive civic matters. During the GQ interview, he also revealed how his father called politics the most crookedest business. It continues on. "My father always taught us, you don't put yourself in a situation if you're not prepared for that situation," the NBA legend told GQ. Apart from that, he also highlighted the effort he exerted on his basketball skills. To be on the top of his game, he only focused on becoming the best. MJ added, "I had absolute tunnel vision. Everything was channeled towards that. So I thought it was kind of unfair that people asked me to do something that I wasn't accustomed to doing just because of my profession." Jordan had no problem engaging with the Make-A-Wish Foundation or even endorsing Special Olympics. There's a ton of evidence that he pursues such matters with a sense of pride. However, if anyone asked him to make a political statement, he'd refuse. He found such requests unfair because he wasn't accustomed to politically charged narratives. He was too invested in working on his hooping skills. If he were to give an uninformed opinion, there would be no shortage of politicians using that to expose him. This would only affect the public's perception of him. On the flip side, LeBron James speaks on social issues quite frequently, at least much more than Michael Jordan did. So you heard what the article had to say. Here are my thoughts on this, and I have a few. First of all, I like his reasoning. Jordan is essentially saying, listen, I'm not qualified to talk about this thing in terms of giving my opinions to the point where people will then start to judge me and act off of some of the things that I say. Here's what I mean. If you and your friends are talking politics, that's one thing, right? Most people don't have a following. Most people are not as influential as Michael Jordan. So if you guys express your political views, there's no real big deal, is it? But if you have a person like Michael Jordan going out there expressing his political views, a person who has such a huge following, then it's going to create a stir. Because what's going to happen is if he expresses his views on a particular issue that he may not be 100% versed on, number one, people are going to call him out on it. And then next thing you know, you find yourself in a whole entire mess you had no intention of being a part of. That's number one. Number two, even if you are making an informed comment, right? Even if you're making an informed comment, chances are they're going to be people that agree with you, and you can bet your bottom dollar that they're going to be people that disagree with you. That is the fact of life. And to me, what gets me is there are people that talk politics that are always shocked when this occurs. It's like, what did you think was going to happen? Honestly, what did you think was going to happen? You thought you were just going to say, okay, I like, for example, Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I hope that he wins the presidency. And then all of a sudden, somebody that supports Biden or doesn't support Trump, you don't think they're going to be like, you're out of your damn mind. Why the hell would you support Donald Trump? And vice versa. You can be a Biden supporter and a Trump supporter or conservative, somebody who doesn't like Biden, can say, why the hell would you want to support him? It's par for the course. And Jordan seems to be saying, listen, number one, I don't want to get involved in all of this madness. And I can understand that. There are people that do it. It's your bloody right. If you want to do it, you do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't do it. I believe in the freedom. People can do whatever the hell they want to do. People are also open to, if you take a particular decision and you say a particular thing, people also have the right to react to it. They have that right. Everybody has I believe in that. Ever since I was a child, I'm all about my freedom, my rights, my freedom. That's been my manifesto since I was a kid. You can ask my mom. That's exactly what I've always said. So to me, if Jordan doesn't want to discuss politics, I can understand it. I can understand it. And LeBron, for example, because you're talking about politics here, who's always vocal on political issues, he has a lot of people that don't like him because of that. He's quite, polarizing. And this should come as no surprise. Even to LeBron's support. If you are surprised that LeBron is polarizing when he's putting out views that a lot of people are going to disagree with, you're a bloody idiot. Sorry to break it to you. Welcome to the world. No one is exempt. Nobody. And maybe Jordan said, you know what, I don't want to be a part of it. Now, some people will say, oh, that's a cop-out. You afraid. You got to go out there and say what you got. Let me tell you something. That is just an opinion. Don't let people trick you into thinking their opinion needs to be the opinion. That's just their opinion. There are people that are saying Jordan should speak out on political issues, and there are people that are saying, I don't want to hear from Jordan about political issues. Do you know why? Because he's not the one that's going to be solving them. And finally, from what I understand, Jordan is a person that does things for people without being noisy about it. Jordan donates to various causes all the time. He doesn't shout about it. And then there are people that do it and they want recognition for it. So they're different type of people, but now I understand. And the reason that his father gave, in my personal view, is 100% okay with me. It is a dirty game. And if you don't know that, you are clueless about politics. If you think that everybody you see talking politics is a holy person, you are lost. That goes for the person you support, and that goes for the person you don't support. It's a dirty, you better believe it. You better believe it. If you are under any other impression, oh, it's a sweet thing, and this guy, because he's up there saying that he really, really loves me. No, he don't. It's a game that they play with you. Just so we are all hip to it. As long as you know that going in, you'll be fine. Politics is a dirty, everybody that knows politics knows this. The only person that doesn't know that is probably trying to get you to vote for, won't tell you that's probably trying to get you to vote for something. Like, if we're being real. That's how I feel about it. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.